What's up, solar family? How are you? What's up? What's up, everyone? How's your day going? Happy Friday. Happy Friday, everyone. Just want to chime in really quickly. It's Ask James Anything Friday, and I'm here to answer any questions that you may have. This live broadcast can be 5 minutes or it can be almost an hour. I think last week we were on here for almost an hour. How are you? Hopefully you're doing amazing. Hopefully you're staying safe. Hopefully you guys are closing deals. And I want to chime in really quickly. If you guys haven't scheduled your solar strategy call yet, it's absolutely free, especially if you're new in the industry or you're getting in the industry. Make sure you book your solar strategy call at solarstrategycall.com. Check out the link or the description right underneath this video, and there's going to be a link there, and sign up for it. What's up? What's up? Introduce yourself. Even if you're watching this on a replay, introduce yourself. I want to see where you're coming in from, and say hello, say what's up. It's been a long week for me. It's been a really long week. We had our solar 5-day boot camp this week, and a little tired. I've been jumping on Zooms back to back to back. You know, it is a life of a solarpreneur, you know? How are you? What's up, Eric? How are you? Hey, Eric, what's going on, man? From Albuquerque, New Mexico. So Eric's question is, what are some simple ways to spark interest from the homeowner? Great question. And I think that's what it is, right? It's really, we need to just spark the interest and pique curiosity. And then you need to be able to weave it in your conversations throughout the day with, different people. And there's different ways to do it. What I like to use is I'm a little more direct. I always ask the homeowner, hey, are you saving money with solar yet? Right? Are you saving money with solar yet? And they're going to say, oh, no, I'm not. Oh, great. The only thing I need is a copy of your electric bill. See if I can qualify you to save some money on your electric bill. Do me a favor. Can you take a picture of it and text it over to me? And, I can analyze the bill and see if you can save some money, right? It's a simple conversation. And I don't necessarily need to talk about solar. I'm just telling them, hey, let me see if I can save you money, right? Sparking conversation, piquing curiosity. Because again, if you give the homeowner too much information, when you're trying to just spark the conversation or pique their curiosity, they're already going to make a decision right then and there during your conversation. And that's not what you want, right? You want to pique curiosity. And then from there, you want to jump on a Zoom or, meet with a homeowner face-to-face. I haven't met with a homeowner face-to-face for over 7 years. Is it 7? Yeah, almost 7 years now. I've been selling everything via Zoom meeting. But yeah, it's to pique curiosity so you can get in front of them, so you can show them their options and so they can see how much money they can save. So Eric, hopefully I answer your question, man. Hopefully I answer your question, Eric. What's up, everyone? I also heard other people ask the homeowner, how do you like your electric bill? Right? That sparks up a conversation as well, right? How do you like your electric bill? And then from there, obviously, a lot of homeowners are going to say, I don't like it. I hate it. And then from there, you can go with a pitch. What's up, guys? What up? How are you? Introduce yourself. You're very welcome, Eric. And again, if you guys want to dive in deeper, if you want more strategies, make sure you book your solar strategy call if you haven't done so already. solarstrategycall.com. solarstrategycall.com. What's up, everyone? I'm going to post a link here as well. solarstrategycall.com. Hey, James, I would like a comment on digital marketing times door-to-door team. What do you mean by that? Would like a comment. You would like me to speak on it, or can you please elaborate a little bit more on what you're asking me? What's going on, everyone? If you're plugging in live, say what's up, say hello. If you're watching this on a replay, say hello anyway. If you're watching on the replay and you have questions, make sure that you type in your questions, because I personally reply back to every single comment. On all my YouTube videos, I personally reply back to every single comment. I love replying back to comments. I love seeing your comments. So if you have a comment, you have a question, I would love to answer that for you. What's going on, everyone? I actually just got off our daily training. We just talked about marketing today. And we also had our 5-day solar sales boot camp right before that. So yeah, it's been a busy day. Hey, what's up, Benny? How are you, man? What's going on? I just started doing marketing for solar energy. Found you the other day. Awesome. What's up, Benny? Welcome. Subscribe to the channel, man. Definitely appreciate it. Any questions that you may have, Benny, as far as the solar industry? I'd love to answer any questions that you have. What's better to invest is a small solar energy company, digital marketing, or a door-to-door team? Got it. I got you. So what's a better investment, right? What's a better investment? So as a solar company, I would do it all, meaning that I would get a canvassing team along with digital marketing as well, right? So when you have the finances to do so, I would do it all, right? I don't want to say one's better than the other. Obviously, if you're growing as a solar company, you can't necessarily just choose one, right? You can't just say, hey, I'm just gonna, well, actually you probably can. Vivint and a few other solar companies out there that's growing in this industry. I mean, their business model is canvassing, right? So obviously if you're a solar company, you wanna definitely take it to the next level. So you have leads for your sales team. I would do canvassing. I would teach a canvassing crew, which we teach as well in Solar University. What's the best strategy to hit the doors, and also YouTube marketing, online marketing. I would do it both. But if I didn't have the finances to do online marketing, obviously I would hit the doors, right? That's what's working right now as well for a lot of solar professionals out there that doesn't necessarily have the budget right now to invest into marketing. I suggest to go canvas, go generate leads at the door, close some deals, make some money, make some commissions, and from there reinvest 20% back from your commissions into learning strategies online, right? That's how I would do it. Because when you, for example, for our Solar University students, we create a brand, right? We help you create a brand. We call it Solar Celebrity. We make you a solar celebrity. With a solar celebrity training, obviously there's an investment, right, to learn these strategies. And not only is there investment to get in our training program, there's also ad spend, meaning that you're going to have to pay for ads, right? Whether you run YouTube ads or Facebook ads or SEO, there's an investment involved. So if you don't have the finances, I would canvas. But if you have the finances, I would do both, right? I would do both. While the guys are out there canvassing, I will start working on my digital campaign. Does that make sense? Hopefully. Hey, what's up, Gerald, sorry. How are you? What's up, Gerald? How are you? AE Solar for proposals. Is there a recommended offset to begin at? It all depends on your market, right? Ideally, we want to offset 100% as an offset. That's the rule of thumb. But in certain markets, for example, if you're working in SRP in Arizona, you can't necessarily offset the system at 100%, right? You're probably going right around 50, 60% offset. It's just because how the rate structure is set up. So ideally, if they have, a net metering program where they're buying one-to-one back, from the solar system, ideally you want to offset 100%. But again, it's all different in every market. But that would be the rule of thumb, and that would be the most ideal situation if the utility rate plan allows it, is to offset 100%. Hopefully I answered that question, Gerald. Hey, what's up, Paul? How are you? What are some of the tools that you use to be fully remote after signing up a customer, such as doing a site survey? Yeah, so basically what we do is just close the deal. I don't want to say just, we close the deal. We're a sales organization, right? Well, my sales team is totally separate from university training, but we close the deal. Like say, for example, right, we got Titan Solar, right? Titan is one of the leading solar installers in the nation. Their business model doesn't necessarily have any salespeople. So they need people like myself, like you, to close and sell their products. And what they do is they just stay in their own lane and they install the system for us, right? So basically, as far as like pulling permits and things like that nature, site surveys, that's up to the install company to do. So what we're doing is we're closing the deal for them, and we hand the deal off to them, and they take care of the rest, right? So that's the ideal business model, where you can just sell the deals remotely. And as far as like pulling permits, site surveys, things of that nature, that's on them, right? We have over 100 different installers that we're plugged in with all over the country. So if you're interested in learning about that, maybe you're looking for new installers, maybe you're just getting in the industry and you want to learn sales, marketing, and also plugged into a install company, make sure you book your solar strategy call. We'll love to talk to you about that. solarstrategycall.com. I actually posted a link there as well. Hey, Paul, hopefully I answered that question for you, man. Gerald, are you familiar with solar? Are they conservative in their proposals? I am. I use solar right now. Our team uses Solo as well, and all of our students that we get plugged into with our installers uses Solo. I actually want to be in the conservative end because at the end of the day, right, it's always nice to under promise and over deliver, right? So I haven't really necessarily seen any projections as far as like what it looked like on paper, which is Solo, versus what the actual production is on an actual home. I know it's fairly accurate, but at the end of the day, I would love to be a little conservative, meaning that the system is maybe a little bit underproducing versus what's actual on the home, right? So for example, if solar says it's going to offset 100%, and in actuality, when the system is up and running, it's offsetting 105%, 110%, I'm all for that, right? But I wouldn't want it the other way around. When I'm saying, it's going to offset 100%, but it only offsets like 90%, right? But for the most part, I mean, the proposals and the softwares out there, whether it's Solo, whether it's Aurora, Titan, they're pretty accurate, right? There's a lot of time and investment and a lot of calculations involved in that software. They're pretty accurate. Hopefully that makes sense. Benny, what's going on? Benny, how are you? I'm struggling with beginning campaigns for the company. I have a 1-month trial based. I want to give them the best results, building brand online plus leads. Yeah. So what we teach, Benny, is basically how to position yourself as an expert, right? How to position yourself as an expert. So if you're running a campaign for a solar company, I'm not sure how you're running that. I'm not sure if you're using their brand. Say, for example, if I was a solar company, James Solar, whatever corporation, what we like is to distinguish ourselves from a solar company, because we find better results when we're more a consultant and we're helping homeowners and we're not biased to the information that we're giving out there. The prospects or the leads that come in are more viable that way because it's a personal brand. So when you're running campaigns for a solar company, it's a little bit different because there's no face behind it unless you're going to be the face for that company. But the idea is with a personal brand, it's your brand. So meaning that it's your face, just like other brands out there, like Gary Vaynerchuk, Ty Lopez, Grant Cardone, right? It's their brand, it's their face. So that's how they're generating leads, because the people that are following them are starting to know them, like them, and trust them based on the information, the content they're putting out there. And obviously all the content they're putting out there is enticing for you to opt in, right? It is the idea is for you to opt into something, right? But yeah, that was a little bit different. Because like I said, the brand that we build is a personal brand. So when you're marketing for other companies, then you're gonna have to create your own brand, your own advertising. And for the most part, what I've seen is for people that are doing advertising or advertisements for solar companies, they're a little more like a static picture, right? Because obviously there's no face to it, or they're doing like some kind of sketch, or maybe there's some kind of infomercial type of deal. But there's really no personal brand. There's no face to it. So that marketing that you're doing is a little bit different than what we're doing. Hopefully that helps. I'm not sure if I even answered that question or not. Any company can work with you. Let's take that offline. So Davi, your question, any company can work with you. Do me a favor, book a solar strategy call. We'd love to dive in a little bit deeper with you. Gerald, thank you. Thanks for the thumbs up. Shriverable. Can you explain commercial solar and commercial financing? Do you have any videos? Yes, great questions. Great question. Unfortunately, I don't do any commercial properties. I probably sold like one commercial property out of all the 8 years that I've been in the solar industry. I focus on residential, right? Because residential, as you know, it's a low-hanging fruit. And there's over 170 million homes right now that need solar and can qualify for solar. So it's a low-hanging fruit. I did commercial energy savings for commercial properties back when I used to own an energy consulting company. And what it took to get a deal was it's very difficult, right? And it took time. Obviously, the pops are bigger, the money's is more, but it took a lot of time and effort. So what we've done is we transitioned into residential sales, and it's a lot easier conversation because I don't need to speak to the secretary. Then that secretary is going to connect me to the engineer, and that engineer is going to connect me to some other person, and then eventually he's going to connect me to some sort of decision maker. It's a lot faster, right? Because the decision makers are there with you at the coffee table or on a Zoom meeting, so they can make a decision, and we can sell a lot of residential a lot faster than we can a commercial. So yeah, I don't. I mean, I'm not the commercial solar guy. Good question though, and I'm pretty sure there's a lot of folks in the solar industry that focuses heavily in just commercial, right? But I don't. Benny, thank you. That was so helpful. You're very welcome. I'm just reading some of the comments here. Yeah, so the great thing with our business model, so Davi is in Brazil, right? So the great thing with our business model is we sell everything online, right? So let me give you an example. I closed a deal for one of our students last week. I was in Texas, he was in Florida, and a homeowner was in Arizona, right? So that's the power of learning on how to close deals virtually and also have a platform that can service basically, nationwide, is the ability to close deals online. I literally, for me personally, I've been in the solar industry for 8 years. The last 7 years or so, I haven't stepped foot inside a homeowner's house. Everything is been done. It's not even a word, been done. I've been selling. Hold on a second, guys. I've been selling solar all online, right? All online. That's what we teach our students as well, is how do you close deals online? So you can be around your family and do the things that you love doing with the people you love doing it with. And all you need is a laptop and a Wi-Fi connection, right? So I had a whole training program this morning, right? Because we have a solar university training, and I taught everything in the boardroom here in the office, right? I also sold a deal. Well, we attempted to sell a deal. It didn't close this time, virtually, right? In Florida. While I'm here sitting in the boardroom, right? Here it is. I'm sitting here. I got my ring light over there. And I'm sitting here and we're able to do business. This is the wave of the future right here, right? This is how we need to sell solar. So you don't necessarily need to drive around all over the place and waste gas to meet with homeowners, especially during this time, right? No matter what you believe in the pandemic, a lot of folks don't want people in their home, right? And I respect that. So again, if you guys have any questions on how to close deals online, how to connect with installers, over 100 different installers all over the country, make sure you book that solar strategy call, right? And I'll keep you guys posted as well when we have our next 5-day solar sales boot camp. We just finished the boot camp today, and we've been at it for the last 5 days, right? It was really cool. Well, the great thing is, even if you're not selling solar in Brazil, you can actually sell solar from Brazil to the United States. Does that make sense? Because my example, it didn't permit me from selling solar, right? I was in Texas, my student was in Florida, and the homeowner was in Arizona. So I could just change the equation where basically you're in Brazil, I'm in Texas, and the homeowner is in Arizona. And you're still closing deals. Doesn't necessarily matter where you're at in the country or in the world, for that matter, right? Think about it. I mean, people in the Philippines, right? You can plug in with us, right? You can plug in with us from the Philippines and generate leads in the United States, jump on a Zoom meeting and close a $5,000 or $10,000 deal on a Zoom meeting. And you can be sitting at the beach in the Philippines. That's where this industry is heading, right? That's where this industry is heading. Virtually, because virtual doesn't have any kind of lines, right? I can't say, oh, I can't sell here because I'm virtual. Obviously, if you have to physically meet somebody face to face, there's some borders there, right? If you're in Brazil and you want to close a deal in the United States, obviously you're going to have to take a plane over here, right? The great thing is with the internet, as you know, it connects us easily with a click of a button from one part of the world to the next. Benny, I cannot be the face of the company, but the online strategy you have is exactly what I need to start doing. Awesome. Hey, Benny, do me a favor. I mean, obviously, you're going to have to tweak the strategies that we have. We do teach our solar celebrity training. It's a daily training. Obviously, we support it as well with videos. But yeah, we have a solar celebrity training where we teach you how to become a solar celebrity. And we teach you how to position yourself as an expert. And, you know, you can take away what you can from our training that can help you, you know, run ads for all these other solar companies. Awesome. Awesome. Any other questions? I love this. I love the engagement, guys. Awesome. Any other questions? I'm here for you, right? I've been in the energy industry for the last 10 years, been solar for the last 8 years. Our experience in our solar university training, we have over 20 years worth of experience in our solar university training. But yeah, we would love to help you in any way possible. We would love to help you and point you in the right direction. That's what we do. Salvatore, what do you say to customers that are waiting for Tesla tiles or ask about the price match? There's nothing. Well, as far as the price match, there's no way you're going to be able to price match a traditional solar panel to a Tesla tile, right? Theirs is going to be more expensive. Obviously, it may make sense for homeowners that are replacing their roof because ideally that is your roof. The Tesla tile is your roof. But good luck on trying to get Tesla tiles on your house, right? It's not necessarily a mainstream type of product. And right now it's fairly expensive. You know what I mean? So it's not necessarily mainstream. So they have to wait another couple months, a year or 2 years to get Tesla tiles on their roof. But the traditional homeowner, right, are probably not going to care about Tesla tiles. Maybe because the Tesla tiles are more for high-end luxury homes, right? Those are the ones that are actually, those homeowners are the ones that are actually putting on the Tesla tiles, right? I mean, for the majority, obviously there's some one-offs, but that's their demographics for the Tesla tile. But if they want to install solar, that's more economical. for a typical homeowner, so they can start saving money right from day one, the traditional solar panels is the way to go. And obviously, if that's what they're looking for, then can't really do nothing about it, right? But I always persuade homeowners like, hey, we're going to be on the list with Tesla for months, probably a year or so before we can even save you money. In the meantime, I could put on the traditional solar panels on your home, and from there, you can start saving money right from day one. Oh, I don't like how it looks. Well, let me ask you this, Mr. Smith. Totally understand how you feel, right? Some of my clients also told me the same exact thing, but this is what I found out, right? Let me ask you this. Hey, Salvatore, what's the color of your rooftop? What color are your tiles up there right now? I'm not sure. Exactly. That pretty much just tells us that you don't necessarily look up there too often, right? Oh yeah, that makes sense. And then they kind of get over that. Does that make sense? Because a lot of homeowners that care about how solar panels look on a rooftop, and when you ask them a question, what color is your roof? They don't even know. So that's just a good indication that, that's just an excuse, because at the end of the day, they don't even know what the color of the roof is. Right? Sometimes you're going to have to call them out on it. What are the top 5 most asked question about solar you get? You're going to have to just put yourself in the homeowner's shoes, right? This sounds like some kind of marketing question, right? So you have to put yourself in the homeowner's shoes. So if you're making videos about homeowners, about what they are wondering, or what kind of questions they have, you have to put yourself in their shoes. I mean, what type of solar, what's the best solar panel? How much money can I save by going solar? How many panels do I need for my home? Things of that nature, right? Are there any credits or taxes or rebates I can qualify for by installing solar? You have to literally put yourself in their shoes and ask yourself those questions, like what would a homeowner ask? And then you can create videos around that. Does that make sense? The different laws on the different states are a big deal on solar. Yes, I mean, every state has their own laws. Not necessarily laws, but they have HOA regulations. They have, some utility companies have more rebates. But like federal tax credits, it's a federal credit, right? So everybody gets it in the United States. Obviously, every utility company has their own rebates as well. HOAs has their own requirements. They can't necessarily deny you for installing solar on their home, because they can only give you some requirements from the HOA, right? Say, for example, if they want the panels on the front of the house, you got to put it all in the back. That's totally fine. Or some HOAs that I've seen as well that denies you for solar is if you own a townhome. So if you own a townhome and the home or the roof is not yours, the HOA can actually deny you because the HOA owns the roof. But if you own the roof, they can't necessarily deny you for installing solar. They can tell you to put it in certain locations. They may tell you to paint like the conduit the same color as the house, but they can't necessarily deny you to install solar unless you don't own the rooftop. All right. What else you guys got? What else? Tesla tiles. I mean, don't get hung up with Tesla tiles, guys. I mean, if a homeowner is so stuck on Tesla tiles and you can't get them and the lead time is 6 months to a year from now, I would move on. I mean, there's so many homeowners out there that want to install solar on their home. I don't get hung up. And that's what we tell our students as well, right? Solar University. It's like, you know what? There's so many deals out there. If we don't close this one, there's more to come, right? There's abundance of homeowners out there. And once you close a deal and it's a $15,000 commission, don't get stuck on it, right? I mean, move on to the next one. Get another bill, right? We call it the gift of gab, right? The gift of gab, GAB. And what GAB stands for is get a bill. Get a bill, right? When you close a deal, move on to the next one. When you close that deal, move on to the next one, right? Those commissions will start coming eventually, right? When you build up enough deals in the pipeline. But a lot of folks get stuck. They're like, oh, man, I just made $20,000 in this one deal. I'm just going to sit around and wait for this commission to come in. And then next thing you know, the deal gets canceled or it gets DQ'd, and then they're just bummed. But the idea is, it doesn't matter if you close a $1,000 deal or a $5,000 deal or a $20,000 deal, you're going to have to keep on getting the next bill. Get a bill. And when you got a bill, get another bill, get a bill, get a bill, get a bill, right? The gift of gab. Can't stress that enough. Any other questions? Any other questions you guys may have? These are great questions, by the way. Any other questions? Again, if you haven't scheduled your solar strategy call, make sure you jump over there, schedule your solar strategy call. And also, let me see if I can pull it up right now. And also, if you guys have objections, right? If you guys are struggling with objections, I want to give you guys a course. It's an objections course that I created for you. Basically, I answer all the objections that you may run into out in the field. And we normally sell it for $299, but you can get access to it absolutely free. Just pay for the processing fee. It's only like $4.97, right? So I'm going to post a link there as well if you guys need help with objections. And if you're already good with objections, then that's not for you. There's the link. All right, so Salvatore, right? Power. That's my buddy's company, right? Jonathan Budd is my buddy. I love Jonathan, their company. Let me ask you this. So Salvatore's question. This is a good question, Salvatore. I like the company Power, but hate how they charge to get a proposal. Just saying. Actually, I'm not too sure when's the last time you visited Power's business model. Right. So basically, Power's business model, you only pay $49 a month. There's a $99 one-time cost and $49 a month after that. $49 a month to generate as many leads and proposals that your heart desires. Obviously, they want you to filter when you start requesting proposals, right? You're not just going to request a proposal just for kicks and giggles, because Power's business model actually, you don't have to pay for any proposals that you request, but Power is absorbing that cost, right? So Power pays about, I think, $30 to $35 on every proposal that they generate through Solo. So their requirement is make sure that you have a scheduled consultation before you request a proposal, and that doesn't come out of your pocket, right? The proposal doesn't come out of your pocket. And there is a $49 a month. And some folks are like, I'm not paying $49 a month. I can join, XYZ solar company and I don't got to pay anything. But if you think about it, if you join XYZ solar company and they're only paying you, say, for example, and this is just an example, right, guys? Say, for example, they're only paying you, 20 cents a watt, right? Or $200 a kilowatt, or even $300 a kilowatt versus Power or, other companies that is paying you $1,000 a kilowatt. Regardless, if you got to pay the $49 a month, the numbers just adds up right when you join Power. You know what I mean? Or you join another platform, whatever you want to join, right? So don't get hung up on tripping over pennies to get over, dollars or tens of thousands of dollars, right? Because at the end of the day, let me give you another example. If you decide to buy your own software to create designs for you, right? A solar design software like Aurora or Titan, things of that nature, that's going to cost you about $175 a month, right? To $200 a month. And keep in mind that that's not connected to any solar company. That just creates a pretty design for you. That doesn't necessarily is not connected to a solar installer. And you're paying $175 a month. Right? You could generate as many proposals as you want with that thing, right? But you're paying $175 a month and it's not connected to any installer, right? Salvatore, what's up, man? Thank you, Salvatore, man. Thank you. Thanks for the kind comment, dude. Thank you, man. At the end of the day, I just want to help. I want to help the industry. I want to help you guys grow. And I also want to help the new solar consultants so we can sell with integrity, because this industry is amazing. It's amazing. There's so many people jumping into the solar industry. It's so amazing. And, we have a few bad apples here and there. And we also have a lot of consultants that are misled or have the wrong information, right? They don't mean any harm. It's just lack of training. And what we provide with Solar University is that bridge from your solar company to getting the amount of training that you need to actually close deals. Because at the end of the day, solar companies don't have time to train you anymore, right? They're not going to sit there and role play with you every single day. It's either sink or swim. And you have to find other resources where you can actually learn so you'll be successful in this industry. But yeah, I love the solar industry. This is all I think about, man, every day. Besides my family, my faith, I love this industry. Love it, love it, love it. Because it's been supporting myself and my family for the last 8 years. Get a bill, yeah. Gerald, get a bill. Other than that, hopefully you guys have an amazing weekend, right? I plug in every single Friday to answer any questions you have. So if you have more questions next week, maybe you have colleagues that have questions as well. Maybe they just got started in the industry. Plug them in, right? Plug them in. Share my YouTube channel. I'll gladly appreciate that. And again, you guys have an amazing day. Stay focused out there. Stay safe. And continue to learn and invest in yourself. And when you can invest more in yourself, you can give more to the world. And the world, that value you put out in the world is going to directly impact your income, right? Other than that, have an amazing weekend, everyone. Peace.